Demonstration study teacher. Okay, everybody sit down, and we're going to start our demonstrations right now. And I'm going to turn the microphone over to Mr. Kim, and he'll announce let's give demonstration. We're going to have a...
Yes, it's recording, right? I turn off the nothing, just to become off.
Okay, our first demonstration, after everybody gets settled out here, is going to be a hot keto demonstration by Master Kim. So everybody gather around, sit down, relax, and then we'll let Mr. Kim get started. Master Kim from New York City, New York. being from New York, I think the gun training is very important.
Quick, John. They're kicking about 3 times a second right now. We got them clocked there.
So a break is called. The action continues. Just a minute left on the clock. Each baiting each other. The next point might be the winning point. A lot of attacks and kicks to the rear and side, but they've got to land on the colored circles to count.
There is a jungle warning to Jun Lee.
No points registered on that flurry.
There's another right leg by the Spaniard. A back kick misses. Jun tries a hook kick. And there's a left leg roundhouse.
Score remains tied. 18 seconds, 17 seconds. Jun Lee definitely trying to get another point on the board. He chases him. And clutching going on as the clock runs out. So time expires. The official score 4-4. It'll go to the tiebreaker referee's decision. We'll bring that when we return.
The moment you board Korean Air, you enter a world of dedication that could only be Korean. A dedication to making your trip the best you've ever had. With spacious 747s and the most non-stop flights to Seoul. And now until December 31st, buy a first or business class ticket to Seoul and receive a free companion ticket. To be the best. That's the spirit of Korean Air.
Samsung's journey into the next century continues with a renewed promise for the future. Its people are reaching out to the world, committed to the human race as a global leader in technology. Samsung's promise is written in its face. Samsung.
Critics are calling Hard Target 100% action. A rocket-powered roller coaster. A supercharged blast of fireworks. With breathtaking, amazing stunts.
How's it feel to be hunted? You tell me!
Legendary director John Woo is a movie magician, and Jean-Claude Van Damme is the #1 action hero in movies today.
He's obviously not someone we should underestimate.
Hard Target, rated R. Now playing at theaters everywhere.
Everybody hates to eat and run, rather take it slow. But the way this life is going, gotta grab your food and go. And when all that running round catches up with you at last, get yourself some Alka-Seltzer and you'll feel better fast.
For acid indigestion or heartburn with headache, nothing's faster or more effective than Alka-Seltzer.
Get yourself some Alka-Seltzer and you'll feel better fast.
Jackie Joyner-Kersee goes for the gold as the World Track and Field Championships continue. Plus the Travers Stakes live. All next on ABC's Wide World of Sports.
Tonight, meet the real Crocodile Dundee and find out why the crocodile you don't see is the most deadly on an ABC special, Crocodile's Revenge. Then Clint Eastwood is back, dirtier than Harry ever was, in Tightrope. The Saturday movie tonight on ABC. We're now awaiting the official decision in the semi-final bout in the flyweight competition. The Spaniard gets the nod. Javier Argudo Cesmilo will advance to the gold medal round. The American Hyun Lee gets a bronze medal, gets to watch the action from the sidelines. And certainly this has to be a disappointment for the 24-year-old Hyun Lee. He'll go back to operating his dojang in Thousand Oaks, the studio where he teaches students the art of Taekwondo. A frightening event occurred in an earlier semifinal in the flyweight competition. Brazil in blue and Mexico in red on the right. He was enjoying a strong advantage with less than a minute to go in the bout, and on an attack he fell and landed on his left arm and broke it.
And look how high up he actually gets. His body is up in the air, and he just falls and the elbow bends back over itself. Very painful. Later we did find out that he wanted to continue, but there he's signaling that his arm is broken and he is hurt.
This is the gold medal bout in the women's flyweight competition. A world championship title at stake. From Korea wearing the blue, Miyu Su. Representing Mexico wearing the red, Agueda Perez. Three 3-minute rounds. And the official courtesy bows. The bout is underway. They start with a shout.
They start with a shout. That helps them get their adrenaline flowing. It helps them prepare defensively and, of course, mentally. That's a nice little roundhouse kick by Miyu Su. These girls weigh approximately 103 pounds. But I'll tell you, they kick like a heavyweight punches.
Just landing a foot to the body does not count. They must land with sufficient force to relocate the center of balance, the center of gravity, if you will. Trembling shock is the term.
Miyu Su seems to have a little bit better use of the sides of her legs. Both ladies are just about the same size and at the same reach, but Miyu Su tends to make a better use of her leg. And she seems to increase her reach by turning her body more, and that gives her a longer reach, even though the leg size is just about the same.
So the first minute coming to a close, 3 minutes in the period. First round scoreless.
There's a nice little left leg by Miyu Su. That's center judge Kakala. And he stops for a little equipment adjustment there. Clock is stopped, and the action continues. So far, Miyu Su definitely the more aggressive, definitely controlling the match. If we get a tie in points, that will certainly decide it in her favor at this point. Then, of course, it would be, John, who's throwing more kicks, what are the difficulty of kicks, and finally, if everything's timed, it'll be ring generalship, who is controlling. Again, right now in all categories except for points, Miyu Su is definitely dominating.
How much does the Korean reputation, how much is that worth in the course of a bout?
Well, it has some direct play and some indirect play. Because this is really the second generation around the world coming up in Taekwondo, many of them have been taught by Koreans, so they naturally have a feeling of respect toward them and of their technique because they're teachers. There was a back kick attempt by Agueda Perez that did not score, and so it has an effect on you. Also, a lot of times in past competitions when the judging was a little more subjective, that may have had an effect on the judges, but with the institution in this debut of the electronic scoring, we're not really seeing quite as much of that. So there is some effect possibly, but that's really close now as we get competitors like Agueda Perez that have been training a long time and are, you know, not as intimidated by the Korean factor, let's say.
Well, Perez is also not intimidated by the Koreans' greater height. Miyu Su appears to have about 4 inches on her, yet Perez just scored the first point of the bout. She goes up 1-0.
Now we'll look for Miyu Su. Their strategy is take it right back. Don't let anybody sit on the point. Get right back with it. You know, one of the great advantages of the Koreans is the fact they have so much depth in their country that they get a lot of very good practice against high-level competitors before they get to a world championship. A lot of other people like Agueda Perez doesn't have the depth in her. There's a kick to the head.
And it knocks her off her feet, ties the score 1 apiece. There's that headgear coming in handy, instituted mandatorily recently. So the first round comes to a close. The score 1-1. 2 rounds remain.
Agueda Perez tries to come in with a roundhouse, and she's kicked with an axe kick to the head by the Korean, used as a counter to that kick.
Korea's Miyu Su in the blue. Agueda Perez from Mexico wearing the red.
Oh, a nice little exchange of roundhouse kicks there. There's another one by Miyu Su. Miyu Su, I'm just very impressed the way that she turns and makes such very good use of her reach. She's really increasing her reach by about 6 or 8 inches by turning her hips so much. Beautiful technique.
None of those blows landing with sufficient force to score a point. There's a judge in each of the 4 corners of the ring. 2 of the 4 must agree that a blow landed with trembling shock.
There was a back kick attempt by Miyu-Su, and it was countered by Aguirre Perez with a right leg roundhouse. Here's another right leg, and Miyu-Su goes again with that axe kick that she scored with in the last round and made a knockdown. Again, knockdowns, John, are mandatory points. And of course, a knockout is a mandatory win.
Knockouts not coming regularly in tournament play, but they do occur, and they, of course, are every athlete's goal. Korea just scored another point, goes up 2-1, the previous exchange. And look at that, Perez, even in a clinch, is trying to kick her in the head. Official breaks up the clinch, and once again, action continues. Minute 20 seconds in the second round.
There's a right leg by Miyu-Su against the Mexican. There's a right leg and a left leg by Aguirre Perez. But Korea scored with a right leg roundhouse. Miyu-Su with a right leg kick in between. But the aggression now seems to be on Aguirre Perez from Mexico, really attacking well. And Miyu-Su counterattacking and picking a point. Kind of like a chess match, just picking the exact move to make.
Korean with a 2-point advantage, less than a minute in the second round.
There's a right leg by the Korean. That made a very nice sound, but again did not displace the body sufficiently to cause a point. Back kick, countered by a roundhouse by the Mexican. Not awarded a point again. No trembling shot.
Ten seconds left in the second round. The score remains 3-1. Korea leads. Miyu-Su controlling the ring. And so it appears the Koreans in charge with 1 round remaining. The 1993 World Taekwondo Championships will return after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
Samsung's journey into the next century continues with a renewed promise for the future. Its people are reaching out to the world, committed to the human race as a global leader in technology. Samsung's promise is written in its face. Samsung.
When I think of Kapalua, the first word that comes to my mind is great. Great golf. Great views. And with 54 holes, it's never a problem getting to the first tee here. But that's not all Kapalua has. Here there's great tennis, the world's greatest beaches, and 2 great hotels. You can see why I love Kapalua, and you will too. So give us a call at 1-800-KAPALUA.
The football hero and the homecoming queen.
I love you.
Theirs was a love meant to last forever.
I don't care about anything but you.
But when the cheering stopped, the heartbreak began.
I'm a loser.
Don't do this.
Dennis Quaid, Jessica Lange, and John Goodman. Everybody's All-American, Sunday.
Success in life is the result of preparation and having the right tools. To become the person you've always wanted to be, select Nordic Flex Gold. You provide the effort, and Nordic Flex Gold provides the means to your personal success. You want to develop the poise, confidence, and energy that come from a strong, toned body. And like these people, you can have that body in just 12 weeks with Nordic Flex Gold. Some people spend a lifetime wishing for a great body. Now with Nordic Flex Gold, you can unlock your potential in as little as 12 weeks. Nordic Flex Gold features linear motion and a patented isokinetic resistance system, providing results faster and more efficiently than with other strength training systems. Now is the time to act. Great muscle tone, accelerated fat loss, increased energy, as well as poise and confidence can all be yours in just 12 weeks with Nordic Flex Gold. To order or for more information, call now.
Be a wheel watcher.
Monday at 7:30 right here on Channel 7.
start of the third round in the championship bout in women's flyweight competition. The Korean Miyu Su has a 2-point lead, 3-1 over Mexico's Perez. Perez in the red.
Here's a nice exchange, and the referee gets a point for sweeping. Actually, just joking. Guida Perez fell to the ground there, but Miyu Su of Korea did pick up a point with that right leg roundhouse.
So the score is now 4-1. The official making sure she's okay.
Yeah, and you know, all these officials are master instructors themselves. In order to reach the international class of referee, they have to be above third-degree black belt to even get started. So Kakao there in the center is actually a master instructor himself, but of course that was an accidental sweep.
Looks like there might have been a twisting of the instep of Aguila Perez.
Well, you know, after a day's competition, 12 rounds prior to this, you have some swollen feet.
The entire tournament for each weight class takes place in the same day. So there are a lot of matches and a lot of rounds fought just to get to the gold medal bout. Boy, she just chases her right across the ring, knocks her down. No point awarded for that.
Yeah, you know, one thing when two fighters like boxers get together and they're going to fight 10, 12, or 15 rounds, they're both going to pace themselves. They're doing the same thing. Here at the World Championships, every time you get in the ring, you have to do your best and use your best energy because that may be it.
Perez, she's just chasing her right across the ring. She needs to make up 3 points. 2 minutes, 14 seconds remains in the match.
There's a nice jump turning roundhouse, another roundhouse, and again she takes Miyu Su out of the ring. And the center ref is not giving Chungo warnings. And she did pick up a point. She's closed the deficit to 2. But as far as I see, Miyu Su should have got 2 warnings, which equals 1 minus point for moving out of bounds twice, and neither was given to her.
One of the fundamental tenets of the sport is courage, not running away, not backing away from the fight. And Perez is certainly not backing away in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, Miyu Su still looks hurt from that low blow. But then she comes right back with a roundhouse. Good double kick by Aguida Perez. And it was Miyu Su that picked up a point with the roundhouse. Jump turning roundhouse, back kick. And again, Aguida Perez takes her out of bounds. And again, the Korean scores on the counter kick with a right leg roundhouse from Miyu Su, who seems to be a little hurt and a little bit slow getting up.
There's a loud Mexican contingent now disputing some of these calls. They think that Perez is dominating the action, that Miyu Su is getting the points.
Well, one of the things, sometimes you have very experienced international visitors, and what they actually do is they try and have an effect on the referees. It's very popular in Mexico.
Well, Perez is certainly giving up a lot on the tail of the tape. Her ability to reach on the inside, but she's making up for it with a lot of enthusiasm. And down, once again, Perez knocks down the opponent. No point awarded, 6-2 the score. The official call was it was a slip. Korea leads by 4 points with 39 seconds left in the match. That looked like that kick might have caught some flesh. And another point awarded to Korea. They go 7-2.
I don't see the point. I didn't see that point, I have to admit it. There's a right leg roundhouse by Aguida Perez.
Remember, 2 of the 4 judges must agree a point was scored. But she's walking off the field. Perez is disputing the judge's call. She says, I'm through with this.
No, what happened is the center ref asked them to step off. The coach of Aguida Perez said, step off in protest. There's something wrong with the scoreboard.
This does not appear to be poor sportsmanship. There seems to be some genuine questions as to whether or not Perez is receiving the points she feels she's earned.
And it's not only a matter of not seeing points she felt she earned, but it's actually a matter that it looked like 1 or 2 points were given to Miyu Su when she didn't throw a technique.
And the official raises the arm of Miyu Su. The Korean wins can expect to receive the gold medal. Buena Perez, one wonders if she'll even show up for the medal ceremony. Protests notwithstanding, the official ruling is upheld. The gold medal goes to Mi Yu-Soo from Korea. She is this year's world flyweight champion. While there are over 500 Taekwondo schools in the New York area, few have had the popularity of Richard Chun's Martial Arts Center. Grandmaster Chun has trained a variety of celebrities, including Gregory Hines, Ralph Macchio, Joe Namath, and Pele. Dr. Chun was also the first U.S. team coach to the Taekwondo World Championships in 1973.
In the beginning, we taught Taekwondo as a means of teaching as a self-defense. In 1970s, Taekwondo became very popular as a sport. Under the leadership of Dr. Eun Kim, Taekwondo spread out all over the world, and it became Olympic sports. Now more than 120 countries became a member.
Grandmaster Chun not only teaches Taekwondo as a method of self-defense, but through discipline and respect, his rigorous training makes it possible to conquer almost any obstacles.
They're three typical kids who have just become America's newest secret weapon.
I'm gonna kick your butt.
Yeah! Leslie Nielsen, Rob Schneider, Tone Loc, Ernie Reyes Jr.
I love the part when I was like,
Surf Ninjas.
Oh, sorry.
Rated PG. Now playing at a theater near you.
Samsung's journey into the next century continues with a renewed promise for the future. Its people are reaching out to the world, committed to the human race as a global leader in technology. Samsung's promise is written in its face. Samsung.
The moment you board Korean Air, you enter a world of dedication that could only be Korean. A dedication to making your trip the best you've ever had. With spacious 747s and the most non-stop flights to Seoul. And now until December 31st, buy a first or business class ticket to Seoul and receive a free companion ticket. To be the best, that's the spirit of Korean Air.
The Mark. 120 spacious rooms and suites. Luxury. Elegance. Privacy. Tranquility. Exclusivity. The Mark. For reservations, call 800-THE-MARK.
The country's best action is on the home of college football, ABC Sports.
Yes! That's what we're talking about.
If you're looking for the nation's top teams,
He's on his way. Touchdown, Alabama. Touchdown, Michigan.
the most outstanding athletes,
Can you believe that?
and the game's fiercest rivalries, there's only one place to turn.
College football, ABC.
Welcome back, everybody. John Neighbor and Michael Weintraub are inside Madison Square Garden, where we move on to the men's middleweight division championship final. In blue is Victor Estrada from Mexico. In the red is Mikhail Melul representing France. We'll start the war chant. The battle begins 3 minutes on the clock in the first of 3 rounds of this gold medal competition.
These middleweights are really great to watch. They're extremely fast, they're extremely strong, very flexible. And there's a nice right leg attack, step forward roundhouse by the Mexican Victor Estrada.
Estrada defeated his opponent in the semifinals with a 0-0 score. Officially, it was a Question of the warnings that were received in there.
There's a reluctance to fight call just done on Victor Estrada from Mexico. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Mikhail Malul that got a warning, a Kyungo warning from the center ref on reluctance to fight.
In blue, Estrada, 21 years of age, 176 pounds. 6 feet and 1 inch tall. He's got the speed and the strength necessary to succeed here. His opponent lives in Nice, France. A year younger and about 5 pounds heavier.
They're doing a lot of changing of feet, trying to jockey for position, so to speak.
Nice high kicks. Lands. That one struck the chest protector, but not with sufficient force.
It seemed like the toes just caught a loose chest protector there.
There's definitely coaching going on from the sidelines. The French coach is yelling instructions. Questionable at best. A back kick. Does it land with sufficient force? Yes, it does. The red team gets the point on that one. France gets the score 1-0. Kelmalul gets the mark and the lead. Perhaps the coach's instructions are paying dividends. Estrada in the blue was the 1993 champion at the Holland Games. There goes a flurry of activity, and the red scores another point. France goes up 2-0, 2-1 I should say, because it was a counterattack.
There was a nice light right leg by Estrada. He did a double roundhouse kick and picked one up. There's a nice flurry of activity there.
We know that the Koreans have a long tradition of excellence between Mexico and France. Which country is the most accomplished?
Well, I think that we've seen some good action by the Mexicans.
So the end of the first round, the score 3-2, France leads.
On the dark side of Dixie, hunting season has just opened.
A tragedy.
And the prey don't have a prayer. But now there's one target.
You missed me.
That's playing hard to get.
You've been looking in the wrong places.
Jean-Claude Van Damme is the hard target. Rated R. Now playing at theaters everywhere.
Everybody hates to eat and run. We'd rather take it slow. But the way this life is going, gotta grab your food and go. And when all that running round catches up with you at last, get yourself some Alka-Seltzer and you'll feel better fast.
For acid indigestion or heartburn with headache, nothing's faster or more effective than Alka-Seltzer.
Get yourself some Alka-Seltzer and you'll feel better fast.
The moment you board Korean Air, you enter a world of dedication that could only be Korean. A dedication to making your trip the best you've ever had. With spacious 747s and the most non-stop flights to Seoul. And now until December 31st, buy a first or business class ticket to Seoul and receive a free companion ticket. To be the best. That's the spirit of Korean Air.
When I think of Kapalua, the first word that comes to my mind is great. Great golf. Great views. And with 54 holes, it's never a problem getting to the first tee here. But that's not all Kapalua has. Here there's great tennis, the world's greatest beaches, and 2 great hotels. You can see why I love Kapalua, and you will too. So give us a call at 1-800-KAPALUA.
The Chicago Bears roar into Cajun country for a Bayou battle with the New Orleans Saints. It's an ABC NFL preseason special, Monday night.
A recent addition to the sport of Taekwondo is the advent of electronic scoring. Michael Weintraub, tell us more about it.
Well, with the help of a U.S. Olympic Committee grant, the World Taekwondo Federation has been able to develop this device, which provides for instantaneous scoring. The blue and red tape denotes the blue and red competitors. 2 of the 4 corner judges must depress the button within 1 second of each other to score a point. The great advantage of this, it allows the competitors to look at this scoreboard as well as the viewers to see a score right away when it happens. There's a back kick by Malul, and he's looking over at the scoreboard to see if it's registered. Here's Estrada on the attack with a roundhouse. Malul counters with 2 roundhouses.